Well, the opening day of any competition is special for everyone. A red letter day for everybody here and those of you who have joined us for our live coverage. I hope everybody is comfortably strapped in for the ride. We're sure that this will be a feast of football, irresistible, emotional, a roller coaster for everyone involved. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
La formazione del Milan, il numero 12, Dida, il numero 80, Ronaldinho.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Played out wide. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Dumfries is there, and he can get that clear. Thuram. That pass isn't the best.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Looking tidy in possession here. Passing is crisp and sharp. Played out towards the right wing. Now the delivery. He's got full. He's scored! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking them up? I think the boss won't be amused.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. And he shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's been caught napping! Now this could be a chance. Shevchenko. Oh, this looks sharp. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's been played through, and it's made its way to him. Can he finish? He scores! That is remarkable! All square in matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Knocks it into space. He has a look up. Shot at goal! In for the pieces! And he's really put himself on the line here. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now a sudden chance to counter. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And that is out of play. Davids. Plays a sharp little ball here. It's a promising position. It carries far too far and out of play. Thuram. Osimhen. Oh, good spread. Nedved with the delivery. And they've got a throw. Can he get on the end of this? Stood up well to him there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Nedved tries to play it through, spread neatly, and he's managed to get free. Milan claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Keeper's dealt with that. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. And now they can spring out of defence. Ball's gone out of play. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, there's a probing ball. Palo. Oh, that is a nice touch. That's tidy. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Shevchenko. Pass is just off target.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Thuram. And it's Nedved. He's had it taken off him.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Played out to the left flank. That has ended up in no man's land. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So once again, we're underway. Out to the left it goes. Opts for safety. Palo has found the net here, of course. Tries to cross. Tries to get it clear.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Showing good feet. Crosses it in here.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Flings in across. It's a mighty effort! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Not the most accurate pass. That's a good ball out wide. Shevchenko. Now Davids. Shevchenko. Played back to the goalkeeper. Costa Curta. "60 minutes played." Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? The ball goes in. Thuram. That's a sharp pass. Ronaldinho providing an outlet on that flank. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nicely spread. And he's picked it up out wide. Well seen, saw that coming. He read that really well and stopped it.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 13.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Numero 18. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Milan still have the cards to affect this game. It's a good run down the right. Tries to pass it through.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Osimhen! Quality ball. That has been slung wide. Now, what about a counter-attack? Looking to play him in. Here comes the cross. Terrific header. They've scored! And again they hit the front. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Shevchenko has it out wide and in space. That's a decent clearance. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Moments left, barely that, to avoid a shock defeat now.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And it's Davids. Ronaldinho finds himself unceremoniously floored. Gets good distance on it. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Not too much to add on here, just a minute. That ball looks a good one.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an up.
That's the end. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
They just turned up with the wrong mentality, Peter. They got complacent, and they'll have to take the criticism that comes with it now.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Invitiamo tutti I tifosi a dare il proprio contributo alla nostra fondazione per l'aiuto alle popolazioni più povere.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Paulo Dybala. His game's all about control and subtlety, rather than power and strength. But that doesn't make it any less effective. He can goes past defenders with a couple of silky skills, create shooting opportunities for himself, or open things up for a few teammates. He's also a huge threat from set plays.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. There's the whistle. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cristante. Ferguson. And here's Dybala. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Rafael Leao. He's picked Rafael Leao! That's a decent clearance. Hermoso. And it's Kone. And Kone. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. It's a pretty loose pass. Seedorf. Wrench. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Rafael Leao threads one in. He can run onto that. And he's taking no chances there. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rafael Leao. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Seedorf receives it in a wide position. Celik defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Great ball if he can get there. No, not quite on the same wavelength. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Cristante.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single play.
He's having a go!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
And this is Shevchenko. Davids. And it's Nedved. Searching pass he's played there. Quality ball.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Celik. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kone. Dybala. Evan Ferguson, he is onto this. Evan Ferguson showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Thuram. Now it's Nedved. Looking here to chip it through. And he's had it nicked away. Wrench. Celik. And it's Kone. Wrench. Now Hermoso. And it's Cristante. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Now Soule. And it's Cristante. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And here's the chance to counter. Rafael Leao. Seedorf. And it's Del Piero. Celik.
This is the time you need that pace.
And Mancini. Celik. And Kone. And it's Cristante. Shevchenko in the... And there is the half-time whistle. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. So off we go once more.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Dybala. And the shot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
And Shevchenko! Shevchenko! This guy is class!
Surprise, surprise. Who else? The ideal time and the ideal man to do it. This is going to liven up the second half.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So we have our breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Now it's Dybala. Now, can they get him away? That has been cut short. Well, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Rafael Leao. That is good strength. Knocks it into space. Dybala. He's in space and looking for options. Look at the space here. Cannavaro is there and he can get that clear. Del Piero.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Celik. And it's Cristante. Milan are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. 1-0 the score. Seedorf. And here's Rafael Leao. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Kone. Dida claims comfortably.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Rafael Leao will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement.
And he shoots! It's off target and by quite a way.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Kone. Wrench. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Well, that has not gone well. Oh, that's a key interception. Mancini.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he's in on goal. Chance! They've done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
So that's 2 now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, lovely feeding, is such a good mover. And the keeper beats it away. Can he get on the end of this? Crosses it in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Cristante. Soulé. Oh, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Now it's Shevchenko. And it's Davids. Dybala. Dybala charging forward, the ball at his feet. Soulé! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 18.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Il numero 92, El Shaarawy. Il numero 3.
And here's Shevchenko. Now it's Osimhen. And Mosso did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Celik tries to pass it through. Nice control. Well, that is one way to stop him. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Oh, it's come off the upright. Nedved, and that's really well manoeuvred. And they can counter here. And the number on the board is 3. Over to the left. Alain. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people. Del Piero taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Milan definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Now, Stefano Fiore, Jim, he was a key player for the Azzurri, was he not?
Yeah, he's always been a very accomplished playmaker, Peter, and a good mixture of creativity and pragmatism when it's needed.
Explain more.
Well, it's not always that a player so technically gifted boasts such an excellent work rate.
No, absolutely not. So off we go then. Bastoni. Costa Corta. Osimhen. That has been slung wide. Takes a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Played out to the left flank. Now that looks a decent ball. Looking tidy in possession here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's picked it up out wide. That's a nicely weighted pass. That's a good ball out wide. Played in. Terrific header!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
McTominay. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Del Piero. Lovely pass, but can he get there? So we're still where we started right now. Gets into some space, tries to cross. McTominay. Fiore. Quality ball. Osimhen. Now it's Thuram. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Del Piero. Here's a sharp little ball here. Big chance! Goal! Milan! And just like that, he's into double figures now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Hangs in a cross. Costa Curta getting this one clear. Knocks it into space. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Great chance! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. McTominay. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that was nowhere near his best. And the counter is on. Zalewski going full... Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Zalewski! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Oh, it's terribly wayward. Well, what a waste that one is. Pass somewhat off target. Hops for safety. That's really well manoeuvred. It's a really well measured ball. Thuram picks it up out wide. Thuram swings it across. Milan looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Thuram. Dumfries. Costa Curta. Now Fiore. Not the most accurate pass. Bastoni cuts out the pass. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Zalewski. Oh, shooting chance! They've scored! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And it's half-time here. So your views on the first half?
Milan certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Milan are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. Here we go again. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. They've played it short. And a chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Fiore. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Thuram. Great vision. Nicely worked. Shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
.3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Thuram, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, but it had to be. He's had a shot! Sticks it away! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. Simplicity itself.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. McTominay gets it clear, and that's been won straight back. Has a shot!
Welcome to modern football. You get hounded by everyone.
McTominay, and it's Del Piero. Now it's Osimhen. Thuram.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Milan have reclaimed it. Now here's the delivery. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Goes looking wide. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Can he get on the end of this? Crosses it in. Big header! Decent chance. That is a fine delivery.
Cambio di giocatori.
So there's going to be another change here. And it's been taken short. Nicely weighted ball. He's in space and looking for options. Milan are looking to go forward now. Oh, it's Del Piero. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Looking for the run. And that's another good win of the ball. Now it's Thuram. Oh, nicely intercepted. Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Del Piero. And it's made its way to him. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shapes to shoot! And it's in! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter!
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Numero 14.
Milan have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. He got amongst the goals here and now he takes his leave.
I think he's put in a good shift and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
It's become a case of men against boys. Threads one in. That ball looks a good one. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now he's off and running. Thuram. McTominay. Now Davids. Now he's got space here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 13.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 20.
Mohammed! And he seemed certain to get the sixth. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rafael Leao caresses it through. Decent chance! That's that, the end. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Having a look at the lineups here, it looks very much, Jim, like a 5-4-1.
Conservatism would appear to be at play, Peter. However, we don't quite know what their motives are just yet. It could well be as it looks, but it might also be a way of deceiving the opposition into thinking that they're just going to sit back and then hope to produce an aggressive counter-attack or two. This system can accommodate that, and I certainly hope we're going to get something positive in response, and it's not going to be all defence.
So it's down to business here.
Stefano Fiore's always been an interesting player, Peter, even if he was overshadowed by the more glamorous players who played in his position.
Still a little bit of a gem in midfield, wasn't he?
Yeah, he has all the technical capabilities you'd expect from a playmaker, but I would also like to refer to his adaptability.
Right. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Rabiot kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Pinches it off him. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And this is Ronaldinho. Takes aim and crosses. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And he's surging through. Danger averted for now. It's a promising run he's making on the right. That is ended up in no man's land. Cannavaro. Opts for safety. Quarter of an hour played. Milan, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. He's going to be disappointed with that. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Ambrosini. And here's Osimhen. Caresses it through. Cleared away. Rabiot. And the counter is on. And he's forced to go back. Can he get on the end of this? Searching pass he's played there. And it's hoisted clear. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Fiore. And here's Ronaldinho. Fiore. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, that pass isn't the best. Rafael Leao, chance here to counter. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Now they can break here. Looking for the run. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Ronaldinho. And here's Osimhen. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. That is good strength. That's really good defending. And it's half-time here. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So your views on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. So the first half brought no goals. Oh, that's nice. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great ball if he can get there. And this is Ronaldinho. Tries to cross, terrific header! He scores! The breakthrough strike! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other. And it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. And there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Very nicely done. He's in a great position here. Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Looking to play him in. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's been shifted off it.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated? That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Rabiot looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's intervened well there. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Shot at goal! Now, that's another chance! And it's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
But that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 9.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Ambrosini, Fiore, Rabiot, and it's Cannavaro. Ambrosini, Milan looking to pass their way through. Now, can they get him away? Shot, surely! Just cruising! They are cruising! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Milan find a position of real strength now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
So there's going to be another change here.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 17, numero 18. Lasciano il campo per il numero 5, il numero 80.
Another throw-in. Chooses to go back. Good ball, good take. No, that's been intercepted. In with the challenge. He's in space and looking for options. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Milan are coasting towards victory. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Osimhen. Can he get it through? That is a great pick out. He's shifting through the gears here. Clipped into space. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Fiore. And he's forced to go back. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he's there to belt it away. That'll be a throw-in. Milan are making a change now.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Nice control. The ball is loose and the chase is on. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Now it's Osimhen. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. That's that, the end. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Thuram just could not help himself, could he? 3 goals to his name. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom, and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
La formazione del Milan.
Now, Stefano Fiore, Jim, he was a key player for the Azzurri, was he not?
Yeah, he's always been a very accomplished playmaker, Peter, and a good mixture of creativity and pragmatism when it's needed.
Explain more.
Well, it's not always that a player so technically gifted boasts such an excellent work rate.
No, absolutely not. And that gets things running. Rafael Leao. Oh, this is a terrific run. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Politano. It's Lobotka. And he's forced to go back. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. No, it's come to nothing. And that has been slung wide. AC Milan could counter here. That's a lovely, neat pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Can he get away here? Great vision. It's a promising position. He is just caressing the ball. It's a mighty effort! They've scored! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Minuto, numero 20.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Fiore. And it's Davids. And here's Thuram. He has found the way through. And they've got rid. Elmas. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Last interception, his positioning was spot on. Politano is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
That's a cute ball. Oh, nice touch. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Costa Curta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Rafael Leao. He's got away. No, that's overhit. Lobotka.
Milan Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Can he get it through? And that has left him in a heap. Lovely feet. Now it's David Neres. Neres, oh, what a climb! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Always onto this. He's on it. Can he get away? Fiore. Up he goes! He scores! AC Milan are all square. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking them up? I think the boss won't be amused.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Costa Curta. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Højlund. David Neres. Elmas. That's Politano. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He gets big! Oh, it rattles the bar! Højlund. Elmas. And it's Spinazzola. Now it's Elmas. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Now it's Ronaldinho. Good ball, good take. Now this could be a chance. Rafael Leao going face-to-face with his great rival. Neres, who's set up one goal so far. McTominay. Now Costa Curta. Spread it left. Rafael Leao receives it in a wide position. Cross needs to be good.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
McTominay. Politano. Foot in. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Di Lorenzo. Passing is crisp and sharp. Elmas. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Ci sarà un
Davids.
minuto di recupero.
Looking for a runner. Rafael Leao in acres of space out wide. And the first 45 minutes are up. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Reflections on the first half?
Milan will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And that's the second half started. And he's picked it up out wide. And it's McTominay. Oh, he couldn't quite make it. Davids. That's a little off target. Elmas. And Ramani. Juan. And it's Lobotka. McTominay. Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Davids. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Ronaldinho. And he whips it in. Climbs up big!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now, can they get him away? Lobotka. Rafael Leao. Oh, lovely. And he shoots!
Rafael Leao just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
David Neres. It's gone for a throw-in. Bastoni. And that's really well manoeuvred. Elmas does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And this is Lukaku. And he's played it back. Drives it in. Great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Spinazzola, swept in. That's going to go a long way. Oh, such a clever touch. He is through here. Big chance, corner. Elmas with the short one. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That is ended up in no man's land. Thuram. Oh, they can break here. Tries to pass it through. Politano. Now Elmas. And it's Spinazzola. Lovely bit of skill. Aimed beyond the defence. And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So here comes a substitution. That's a decent clearance. Searching pass he's played there. And he's taking no chances there.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Out towards the flank. Cross to the back post. And that has been knocked clear. And that's been won straight back. It's Lukaku! And it's in! Into the lead once more. Simplicity itself.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Assegnato al 76esimo minuto, numero 9.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter, the desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Davids. Aldair. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Juan. Time is running out here.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
And here's Shevchenko. Ronaldinho is onto this. Bullish header! Oh, that could cost them.
Yeah, you always felt that they were going to up the tempo after going behind. It's not like they have any other option now.
Costa Curta. Swung over. And it's Davids. Now Fiore. And it's McTominay. Nice looking ball. Turan gets into some space. And that's been drilled in. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Milan can make their change now with a break in play.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Lascia il campo per il numero 8.
Knocks it out wide.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's straight offside. Lobotka. Spinazzola. Matsocchi. And it's Matsocchi. Zalewski. Shevchenko.
Well, he's sir.
And time is up. Milan can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Milan never really got into this game. I think conceding early as they did seemed to completely undermine whatever had been put in place before they left that dressing room, and they just didn't readjust to it at all.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
So it's down to business here. Now Stefano Fiore, Jim, he was a key player for the Azzurri, was he not?
Yeah, he's always been a very accomplished playmaker, Peter, and a good mixture of creativity and pragmatism when it's needed.
Explain more.
Well, it's not always that a player so technically gifted boasts such an excellent work rate.
No, absolutely not. Nice control, fired deep towards the back post. Oh, good-looking ball. Rabiot, that's a cute ball. Oh, this is a chance! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. It's been shipped out wide. Osimhen, great defending, strong and determined. Over to the left. Strong running down that left flank. Deep cross. And Rossini with the clearance.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. He is just caressing the ball. It requires real discipline to defend this deep, and they are showing just such discipline. Keeper has taken decisive action. Milan are looking to go forward now. Aims beyond the defence, and he's picked out the run. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Kamada. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Osimhen. Osimhen. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for the run. Shevchenko. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Seedorf does really well to win the ball there. Nice physical challenge. 30 minutes gone. Out to the right. That's a smartly directed ball. Muscular approach does pay off here. Showing great feet there.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
That's good play. Pings in across. And he's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Shevchenko. Well seen, saw that coming. And he's only too happy to take that back. Now he's off and running. Zalewski. Oh, well measured. Great ball, and he's in here. Hangs in a big header. Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Fiore. Can he get on the end of this?
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Could try cutting inside here.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Deftly out wide. Zalewski knocks it into space. Shevchenko. Osimhen. He's in space and looking for options. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Milan are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And the second half gets underway.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's fabulous. And a chance! Goal! And this is getting better and better. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Milan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Threads one in. Lovely feet. He has found the way through. That is a superb rearguard action. But he's opted for the long pass and claimed it back swiftly. He was under real pressure there. That's headed upfield. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's come to nothing. Zalewski. Fiore. Now it's Shevchenko. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Tries to pass it through. And he's whipped it across. Osimhen. Bastoni. Now Fiore. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. He's a sharp little ball here. In towards the back stick. And the keeper beats it away. Gets a good foot in there. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. In with the challenge. Fiore. And here's Thuram. Steaming on goalwards. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 50, numero 19, numero 13. Lasciano il campo per il numero 23. Il numero
He's gone
8,
looking for safety.
Il numero 12. Cambio di giocatori.
Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Now that's a lovely exchange. "75 minutes played. Looking for options for movement. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. So there's going to be another change here. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of go make a nuisance of yourself.
Milan have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Played into space out wide. That is lovely. Fires it in low. Milan do have a chance to counter here. He's chosen to go back. Oh, well played, well played.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Milan can consider themselves just about safe now. Just 5 minutes left. Oh, a delicate chip through. Engages and forces him off the ball. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Chance here to counter. Shevchenko does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And it's Shevchenko. He's gone for goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Shevchenko actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, smashing header! Their attempt, just the wrong outcome. And that will be it. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
you